Okay, so should I share the recap? Because let me reshare again. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
So
We can share?
Can you see a little bit?
Yeah, we can do. Yeah, we can see.
So let's recap together. This is very important chapter. What's happening? Change of heart. Vishwanath translates differently. It translates the worship to the demigods. Why is that? I mean, we can reconcile both titles. Why?
Because here he says if we worship God, demigods, with the dovetail, we are dovetailing it to Krishna Bhakti, then it's okay. But if we are not dovetailing to Krishna, then it's not good.
Yeah.
Also, we
Yes.
see that, I mean, we see in different texts, it's mentioned you worship certain demigod for certain desire. So
I see.
most of the verses are quite, I mean, the reason why Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur mentioned the title as worship of demigods, because mostly we see how worship of demigods for certain desires one should go for. And
Yeah. So actually, since you are touching on the subject, I might as well mention that because there's a verse in the third canto, Anashik Kshamaha, Anashik Kamaha. In other words, Sridhar Swami explained beautifully that Anashik Kamaha means those who don't desire the fruits of action. See, there's two types of fellow. Those who desire the fruits of action, automatically they tend to turn towards the demigods. But let's say you don't want the fruits of action. And then there's another type of fellow, they're called Anyat. Anyat means others. And those guys are quite fallen. They are into forbidden actions. So Sridhar Swami explained, you can go to hell in two ways. Very interesting what he says. He says, if you neglect your prescribed duties, that is why Krishna was so keen that Arjun perform his prescribed duties, because otherwise you may go to hell. As simple as that. And the other way to go to hell is those who perform forbidden action. Anyat. Anyat means others. So now, let's say you perform your prescribed duty and you shun away from forbidden action. Let's say a devotee is like that. He doesn't aspire for the fruits, so he's quite fit. And on top of that, he doesn't partake, obviously, in forbidden action. So he doesn't go to hell. And he doesn't go to Svarga. Because Sridhar Swami is very clear. Those who go to Svarga Lok are those who aspire after the fruits of the action. But they do it in a legal way. In other words, what is the legal way to fulfill your fruitive desires? Is demigod worship. So that's the Vedic way. And it's Pravriti Marg. So you cannot say they are outside the jurisdiction of the Vedas. No, they are within the Vedas. But the problem with them, and that's why they go to Svargalok, is because they desire the fruits. So the devotee is very sharp because he performs things not for demigods, for Krishna. He doesn't desire the fruits even from Krishna. So he avoids hell. Why? Because he doesn't partake into forbidden action. And he avoids Svaga as well because he doesn't aspire for the fruits. So it says asmil loke. Huh? It means in this body. And you become anaga if you don't engage into forbidden actions. You become anaga. Anaga means sinless, just like Arjuna. And you become suchi. Suchi means you are free from the contaminations of passion, because you don't aspire for the fruits. And then it says yadrichaya. Yadrichaya means by good fortune, by the will of the Lord. Then it means devotional service is very rare and difficult to attain, way more difficult than impersonal Brahman, actually. So this is the point of Siddhartha Swami. If the only good way to worship demigods, let's put it this way, is if you worship demigods for the sake of attaining the association, for the sake of advancing in Krishna consciousness. That's the only way to make it positive. And on top of that, you worship demigods not separately from Krishna. Just like Maharaj Bharat, remember? He considered the demigods part of the Virats, and he never considered the demigods as separated from Krishna. They are part and parcel of Krishna. So then he was totally fine. He attained Bhav Bhakti. But unfortunately, in this Kali Yuga, no one knows about these intricacies. That is why it is much safer and straightforward to worship Krishna directly. You follow? We will discuss in 2.3.11, it's coming up, all the different kinds of worshippers of multi-demigods can attain the highest professional benediction. So they are worshippers of demigods, but still they can attain the highest professional benediction, which is spontaneous attraction unflinchingly fixed upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead, only by the association of the pure devotees. So let's say you worship Ganesh, you worship Shiv, but you worship Shiv as Vaishnavanam Yata Shambhu. Then it's okay. Please, my dear Lord Shiv, help me to become Krishna conscious. Just like the gopis, Katayani Devi, they worship to get Krishna as their husband. Or you have seen Rukmini, she goes to Suryadev. For which reason? Please buy me some time so that Krishna can finally come and kidnap me. Because remember, she was meant to marry those guys. Rukmini had arranged a marriage with someone else than Krishna. And Rukmini was buying time by hiding in the Suryadev Mandir. She was buying time to wait until Krishna will come and kidnap her. So, if you worship the demigods in that way, then it's fine. But again, it's an indirect process. So that is why in Kali Yuga, Krishna is telling in Gita, don't even bother. Go straight to me.